to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. It's Erica with you today, and we are going to capture my heart, or capture your heart, I don't know. We are going to be using this super fun 3D box die cut today. I am utterly obsessed with this. I have had so much fun. I made so many different colors, and yeah, it's been a huge obsession. But today I'm going to just make the one, and I'm going to use purple because that is Bindu's favorite color. Now I'm going to step outside the box and I'm actually going to create a pattern on top of my die cut pieces. So I'm using the gorgeous Monet Garden, and what we're going to do here is, I don't know whether it will be simpler to heat emboss first or die cut first, but I decided to die cut first and then heat emboss. So I've got my MISTI lined up, and I'm just going to quickly sort of dibble-dabble with my anti-static tool from the Rabbit Hole Designs over this to make sure that I don't get so many stray powders. And then we're going to use the Wow Embossing Pad, and we're going to very, very generously cover our stamp. And then we're going to stamp this up. And I think I might have done this twice actually, just to make sure that I get a really, really good impression. Now, if you have a brand new pad, you only need to do it once. But mine is a teeny tiny bit dry, so I decided to do it twice. And then I will also re-ink the pad before I try my next project. But we are going to do one piece at a time. So we're going to have some Opaque Bright White super fine embossing powder also from Wow. So we're going to sprinkle this over our embossing, and look at that, it's so pretty already. And then we're going to just put the rest into the pot, or back into the pot, and we're going to do the same thing again on the second piece. So we have got our two pieces ready to go. So we're going to take our heat tool and make sure it's nice and hot. And then we're going to gently melt the powder. So with heat embossing, as soon as you see the powder go from that kind of like powdery substance to nice and shiny, it's time to move on. If you overcook your powder, it will go all kind of like gritty and bubbly and matte. So we want it nice and shiny. So we're going to do the same thing on the second piece. So work quickly and swiftly, and try not to keep your heat tool in the same spot for too long, because it will overcook your powder and you'll have to start again because you just won't look very nice. So with your two pieces all ready, I mean, look at that, it's beautiful. We are going to take our pieces, and we're going to fold along the score lines. Now, when I do this just with normal cardstock, I actually use a bond folder, but I didn't want to rub over the heat embossed lines and make them, you know, like potentially scrape them off. So I'm just using my fingers, and I'm trying to fold like really sort of tight. And then we're going to glue these together. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on the flap. We're going to make sure that it's all nice and straight, and then a little bit more glue. And we're going to gently fold this together. And if you haven't seen any videos on how to fold these before, and if you've never done this before, I would urge you to practice a little bit before you actually do it and add the glue. But it is super, super simple, and the results are so fun. Now, that extra heat embossing on those pieces, I think, really just takes it up a notch. Now, I wasn't finished here. Oh, no. So while I still had the Monet Garden stamp in my MISTI, I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a gift tag, because this is going to be a birthday gift box. So on a piece of vellum, I have again used my anti-static tool. We are going to heat emboss the same gorgeous Monet Garden, and we're going to use the same white embossing powder as well. This is the super fine, so catch all those nice fine little lines and details, and it's such a good embossing powder, really, really good. And now I do have a little bit of a tip when it comes to heat embossing on vellum. Vellum is notoriously fickle, so you're gonna want to use something like a corkboard or something that will bounce back the heat. But with vellum, you have to be super, super careful. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually pierce with some pointy tweezers through the vellum onto the cork mat. And then we are going to take our heat tool, which has been preheating on the hottest setting, and we're going to turn it down to the slowest setting. And then we're going to super gently and in very small areas, we're going to go over with the heat tool. So here you're going to want to keep a super sharp and keen eye on your embossing powder and also the vellum. Go over really, really small areas. And I know it seems like, oh my God, this is taking forever. This is in real time. And now we're going to speed this up a little bit because it really, really does take a long, long time. However, if you do it slowly and steadily, it's going to look amazing. This is definitely one of those times where does not pay off to try to rush the process. So I did forget to film the bit where I actually cut this out using the Wishes tag die. But I did do just that. I cut it out with the actual tag die itself. And then we're going to also cut out some pieces of white cardstock and purple for the Wishes. And the birthday one, which is one of the word dies that comes with this tag set, I'm going to cut that out of white cardstock and also some gold, just to kind of have that nice little touch. So the white Wishes, I decided to layer up with a slightly darker than purple than the box is made of, just to add a little bit of a nice contrast there as well. And then the birthday is going to be glued on at an angle. And if you lose the little dot for the eye, just use a gem or something like that instead of trying to cut out that extra little piece one more time. Before you decorate with ribbon and anything else, don't forget to put your present inside of the box, because once you have that ribbon on, that is it. So yes, do as I say, not as I do, because I didn't actually put anything inside the box. But that is it. So we have a beautiful personalized gift box and gift tag, all made for someone very, very special. So that is it from me for today. I really hope you have enjoyed this video and thought about thinking outside the box. See? And I will see you soon again. Bye for now.